Hi, Shauna Holt with Fit Frugal Life, and today I'm coming to you with how to get more sleep part 3. Um, Sleep, do you get enough of it? I know that it seems to me that no one gets enough sleep these days, and I've researched the subject on more than one occasion over the years. So today I'm going to be talking about time. So the average adult needs between 7 and 9 hours of sleep, but there's a lot more to it than that. Sleep is broken down into 90-minute sleep cycles. Now, no one is exactly the same or even has the same exact sleep cycles every night, but this is a pretty good average. I've even tested it, many nights myself, and sure enough, that is when I wake up, is between those 90-minute cycles. And you should aim to get between 5 to 6 of those sleep cycles per night. The thing is, if you get woke up in the middle of one of the deep sleep or the REM sleep, you'll feel a lot more tired and groggy than if you had woke up in between. Like I was talking about in What to Avoid Part 2, the series about the alcohol and the movie Hangover, how, if you don't get that REM sleep, then you're waking up kind of disoriented. And it is said that sleeping for longer than 9 hours a night is just as bad as sleeping less than 6. So instead of constantly figuring out this calculation each night of what time I should get up, I found this free sleep calculator online that I saved on my phone. It isn't an app, it's a website. It's sleepcalculator.com, and all I have to do is just click on what time I should wake up, and it calculates the time, figuring in the average time that it takes most people to go to sleep, which is apparently 15 minutes. Well, I'm not average, it takes me longer than 15 minutes. So I usually add 10 minutes to that. So far it's working perfectly. The sleep calculator will also do the reverse and let you know what time you should go to sleep based on what time that you need or want to wake up. And if you really want to go high tech, I found this sunrise clock that wakes you up gradually by artificial sunlight and natural outside sounds like birds chirping, which is supposed to be less disturbing to your sleep than a regular alarm clock. Of course, I think that that's probably someone that's never been awoken by a bunch of birds outside your window. So I did provide the link to that wake up clock if you were interested in checking it out. Now, there is an optimal time to sleep, which starts a few hours after it gets dark. In the Sleep Smarter book, it was suggested that going to sleep before 11 o'clock, and optimal was before 10 o'clock, because you'll get your best sleep between the hours of 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. After that, your sleep cycles get shorter, and you won't be in those longer sleep cycles or the REM sleep as long. So, and remember I talked about the REM sleep in What to Avoid Part 2. It's very important for memory storage and resting and recovering your body as well as your brain. You may have to adjust these times based on where you live and what season that you're in because of the time clock issue and everything. I know what you're thinking, but I'm a night owl, and I get more energy after 10 p.m. Well, trust me, I thought I was a night owl too, and I would work up until 2 a.m. sometimes, feeling like it was my time. I was being creative. I was getting all this work done. Of course, I felt like crap the next day, but there is actual scientific reason that this happens. Your body increases energy to repair and strengthen itself while you're sleeping. So that extra rush of energy isn't for you to stay up later, but it's for you to be asleep and for your body to be able to have the energy to rejuvenate itself. If you want to have the best and most restful sleep for your health, it really needs to be on a regular schedule. So going to bed at 10 p.m. on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then staying up until 2 a.m. on the rest of the week isn't doing yourself any good. The same rings true for sleeping later on weekends. A lot of people feel that, I'll just catch up on my sleep over the weekend. But unfortunately, sleep doesn't really work that way. Shift workers that rotate shifts between days and nights are actually said to be the worst at getting good quality sleep. And then night shift workers are next. My husband and son, they work in the glass industry. And because of the high intense heat in the plant, they have 3 shifts that rotate every 3 to 7 days. So like right now, my son will work 7 days on third shift. Then he'll get a few days off. And then he'll go 7 days on second shift with a couple of days off. And then he'll go 7 days on day shift. Well, of course, I warned him that that's terrible for his body. He's young now, so he thinks he can, last forever. That's what 20-year-old sons think, right? So, but night shift is actually listed as a 1-ARC-2A carcinogen by the World Health Organization. So as you can see, that if they've listed it as a cancer, that it causes cancer, it's really extremely bad for your health to work at night. So it's not only recommended that you go to sleep earlier, but that you also wake up earlier. And obviously, if you can get to bed earlier, you'll usually be able to get up earlier as well. But we were biologically created to be awake when the sun was out and sleep when it was dark. I mean, it's only been the past 100 years or so that, we've had, electricity and been able, the industries that can work at all hours. But in the book, it actually gave some examples that, like, our eyesight, we don't have great eyesight in the dark. And of course, if you want to get yourself turned around, gradually setting the alarm clock 15 minutes earlier, going to bed 15 minutes earlier will be better for your body to adjust than to cut back by a whole hour or more. But some of the ideas that I've been sharing is from a book called Sleep Smarter by Shawn Stevenson. And I do have a link to that book in my blog at the bottom of it if you want to just click on my link. If you have any particular questions that you'd like me to share over the next few days on the other parts in my sleeping, how to get more sleep series, be sure to post them in the comments below. If you have any sleeping tips that you would like to share, feel free to do that as well. And feel free to share this with anyone you know that's not getting enough sleep. And I hope you have a great day.